Hi, I'm Simon Robinson, and I'm the co-author of the book Holonomics, Business Where People and Planet Matter, which was co-written with my wife Maria. What we're doing is we're introducing systems thinking into businesses and organisations, and we do this via our consultancy work and also teaching MBA students. Now, one of the key things that we do is we recommend that people read Fritjof's book, The Systems View of Life. It's one of the key texts that we reference in our courses. It's quite interesting that many people think that it's quite difficult to introduce the profound insights from the systems view of life into organisations, and in general we have found this to be true. So one of the things we use to rapidly help people understand what we're talking about is to use this device, the Hoberman Sphere. Hoberman spheres were created by Chuck Hoberman, who is an architect, an engineer and an artist, and he's famous throughout the world for creating what he calls transformative design, buildings and structures that physically change their shape and form. So let me show you this Hoberman sphere. As you can see, in its compacted form, it has the shape of a ball, but it's quite a mysterious shape. You can see that things seem to be connected, but you can't really quite understand what's happening here. Until, that is, you start to expand it. And it's just has this magical transformation where it transforms into a much larger sphere. So it goes from the ball to the sphere, and this sphere is actually made up of 6 major rings. Also, if you can see the action of the parts are actually connected a little bit like scissors are in the arm of a shaving mirror. So this sphere, the Hoberman sphere, this actual version, of course, is a children's toy rather than the architectural forms, and children absolutely love it, but also adults as well find it quite mesmerizing and magical, this action. It's quite interesting when you contemplate it, because as Fritjof writes about, often systems have many hidden connections, and in order to really see and perceive and understand the hidden connections, you need an expanded level of consciousness. So this is what Maria and I talk about a lot in organisations, because even nowadays people often still get stuck in a silo mentality. A silo mentality is when people only really think about that particular team or division or business that they're located in. So for example, if this represented a whole organisation, you have marketing, finance, the commercial area, logistics, technology, the user experience team as well. And often many of these people really struggle to understand all the different connections throughout an organisation. So when we talk about the systems view of an organisation, we're talking about an expanded level of consciousness where not only you think about the parts, but the relationships between the parts are as important as the parts themselves. And when we expand the sphere and say this to people in business, they really react in a quite incredible way. They really seem to grasp this central insight about systems thinking in organisations that we really need now to master the ability to understand the relationships between all the parts and have this much greater and expanded systems view of life.